So if you're somebody, you're looking for funding, maybe for your real estate project, whatever. If you got that 700 plus, continue watching. We're gonna go over the process, how it works, and how you can actually work with me and my lenders, depending on the funding you want to get. I know a lot of y'all be going out to the clubs and all that, chasing women that don't want you. So it's like when you go to the club, you buy a section, or let's say you go to Disneyland, you get a front of the line pass, just VIP access and anything. So this is for more seasoned business owners. I'm gonna also give y'all the 0% business credit cards option for people that, if you just want to have a new LLC, right? If you don't have 2 years in business. If you want up to $250,000 for your business and you have a 700 credit score, at least, this video is for you. If you know your credit score does not start with a 7 or an 8, your homework assignment is to make sure that your credit starts with a 7 or an 8 before you continue this video. All right. But if you have at least a 700 credit score, watch the entire video. This video may single handedly save your entire life. So just keep that in mind. If your credit does not start with the 700 or more, if it doesn't have a 7 or an 8 in the beginning, if it's a 600, 500, 400, 300, 200, 100, a 2, you know what I'm saying? Something that's not possible, don't waste your time. This video is not for you. Go fix your credit first, get your credit up, and then, we'll have the conversation. Then we'll be able to trust you with getting $250,000. But those of y'all, you got a 700 credit score or higher, this video is for you. So I spoke with one of my lenders earlier today, and we were just talking about just how the game has changed. And he was just telling me about some of the programs. So I just want to just give y'all an opportunity just to essentially tap in. Those of y'all that know, if you watched one of my previous videos where I did the interview with Shirley, she's also one of the lending specialists that I work with. So I have business relationships with a lot of lenders, and this allows me to be able to get my clients, maximize their funding versus like if you just go apply online. You need relationships, is how things work. And by God's grace, with the YouTube, it's allowed me to build up these relationships. So they know about my YouTube and all that. So yeah. So what's the problem? Funding is getting tougher and stricter. If you didn't know, if you've been applying by yourself, you've been seeing you getting baby limits, the banks are getting stingy. So you gotta have a connection. So one problem is you need capital to grow or scale your business. I don't care what business you're in. You could be in trucking, you can be in credit, you can be in what people be doing. If you work in a strip club, you know what I'm saying? No, y'all need them dollar bills. Whatever industry you in, you need funding, right? You need capital to grow and scale your business. So that's an issue. So obviously we need to get that done. And one thing too, I know a lot of y'all are credit repair business owners that watch my channel. And one issue is that you're a credit repair business owner and you don't have relationships, right? You don't have relationships with these lenders. You don't have relationships with anybody. You just go ahead and apply online, which is cool, but you're not maximizing your funding. So the game has changed because these banks are getting more stingy. You need to have relationships. I have relationships. I could just get someone to push the application through, right? So just keep that in mind. So a lot of y'all are just applying online versus having a plug that could actually help you. So if you're somebody, you're looking for funding, maybe for your real estate project, whatever. If you got that 700 plus, continue watching. We're gonna go over the process, how it works, and how you can actually work with me and my lenders, depending on the funding you want to get. All right, so the solution is relationships. Like I said, you need an inside plug to maximize your funding. So my YouTube channels allow me to basically build relationships so I get to the front of the line with the VIP access. I know a lot of y'all be going out to the clubs and all that, chasing women that don't want you. So it's like when you go to the club, you buy a section, or let's say you go to Disneyland, you get a front of the line pass, just VIP access and anything. Obviously, the experience is going to be better if you have VIP access if you know somebody. So you got to look at it like a lot of you, whether you're a small business owner that's looking for money to scale your business, or if you're a credit repair business owner that's trying to do funding, but you don't have relationships, y'all are basically just general admission coming to a club. The difference between you and me, I got that VIP access. I got the section. So whoever's coming with me is going to have the best experience. So you need to understand that, that's basically where the game is at. So how does it work? Right? I don't want to waste y'all time. Just get straight to it. So how it works, I'm gonna leave the link in the description. You literally book a consultation with me, and if I approve your profile, because I'm gonna look at your credit profile. I'm literally gonna have like your credit report. That's part of the requirement. You have to send it to me. I have to look at it. So if you know your credit does not start with a 7 or an 8, do not book a call. Do not book a call, right? So I take the relationships I have with these lenders very seriously. So I don't send everybody. So I need y'all to realize, like, if you know you're not there, don't waste your time. Don't waste my time. Don't waste anybody's time. So if I prove your profile, everything looks good. We're gonna talk about the requirements a little bit. Um, he's able to push your application through. I'm talking about for this $250,000 program. We have multiple lenders depending on what you want to do. But he's able to push your application through, and the algorithm pretty much gives you an instant approval. So it's a little bit different from if you're applying online because he has a senior role and he works with underwriting. So, you know, when you know somebody and know somebody, you can make certain things happen. So let's say you get denied for whatever reason, right? Even though your profile is how it's supposed to be looking. He's gonna communicate with underwriting, and we'll make adjustments. It may require 2 years of business, personal tax returns, or you might even receive a counter offer in the beginning. Maybe you're like, oh, I want 250,000. They're like, oh no, we only gonna give you 220. So just keep that in mind. The process can take about 2 weeks, so I like to give realistic time frame. Some people just want to be like, oh, you're gonna get it tonight, right? It's not like that. Shameless mentorship plug. So if you don't know, I have a mentorship program. I basically help credit repair business owners make more money online. So this includes suing the credit bureaus because a lot of credit repair business owners out here, they don't know how to get consistent deletions. They don't have a bulletproof deletion system. You can literally go to my IG at Michael Benjamin, go to my client wins highlights. We have damn near 20, right? So just scroll through, look at all the client wins. Look at all my students winning, getting to the money. So I teach marketing as well. I got something called God Made Marketing. But I say that to say the mentorship is so rich and amazing because my students, this is only for my students, they get access to my private lenders. So they get to make money through my private lenders, right? So yeah, my mentees, this is in the 7,500 program. So at the time I'm recording it, it could be higher. At the time I'm recording this, the full program is just $7,500, not the basic program. I'm not talking about that one. They don't get that one. So they get the opportunity to use my relationships to make more money in their business, right? So let's say they want to get their client up to $250,000. Just 10% on that is already $25,000. You know what I'm saying? So you got to think about the $7,500 is pennies compared to everything else you get in the mentorship. If you want to tap into the mentorship, if you're a credit repair business owner, maybe you're stuck at like the 5 to 20K a month mark, go ahead and watch the main video on my channel, and it's going to break down the entire program. And then, just bring a credit card that's ready to go, and, we'll be able to get you in the program. But yeah, so they get to partner with me. I get their clients with my lenders, and they make money with me. So just keep that in mind. That's just a dope thing. If you're a credit repair business owner that's feeling stuck right now, you might want to tap into the mentorship program. But let's talk about the requirements for the $250,000 business line of credit. It's a business line of credit, by the way, business line of credit program. So this is for more seasoned business owners. I'm going to also give y'all the 0% business credit cards option for people that, if you just want to have a new LLC, right? If you don't have 2 years in business. So 700 credit score, you got no negatives. These are requirements. You want to be 2 years in business, right? At least 2 years in business. You got to be able to provide those tax returns. You might have to, right? So just keep that in mind. This is no docs. This is like a no docs program. This is typically what my lender is able to see, but you just want to have it just in case. And then this is a main factor: 2 to 3 personal credit cards that are open and in good standing. 2 to 3 personal credit cards that are open and in good standing. He's pretty much told me there's no specific limit. I know a lot of people say, oh, minimum 2,500. I like to tell y'all aim for at least 5,000, but you want to aim for like 5-figure limits just because of the fact that it's going to be comparable to, they're going to compare you based on what you already have. So if they see you got a $10,000 card, you got a $10,000 card, $10,000 card versus someone that has 2,500, 3,000, and 2,000, obviously the 10 bands person times 3 is going to get funded higher. So just free game. Go to my funding playlist. That'll show you some stuff you can apply for as far as the personal side. So one thing that a lot of y'all know is Navy Federal. They give out high limits on the personal side, so you can get like a $25,000 cash rewards card. That would look good. Alliant Credit Union gives out high limits. Barclays. So those are just some personal cards that you can go ahead and get just to establish the business side. All right, and then last requirement, you have to be in a good industry. So what does that even mean? So pretty much we were talking about it, and it's pretty much anything that's friendly to professionals. So for example, you got lawyers, doctors, dentists, manufacturers and wholesalers, retail centers, and he was pretty much saying that basically any industry that you can close shop and open shop the next day, that's good. So if you're a lawyer, you're opening up your own law firm. I don't know who's watching these videos, right? I know we got some super rich people watching my videos, right? So if you're a lawyer, you're opening a law firm, obviously it's going to cost a lot of money. So if you got your credit right, you know, you're 2 years in business and everything, get with me and we can make sure that you get, you know, the funding that you need. If you're a doctor, you know, you need funding. That's cool. If you're a dentist, same thing. So just keep that in mind. So let's say that you're just a small business owner, you're doing your thing, you don't actually have 2 years in business, you just have that good credit. You're looking at to start your business, maybe you're a startup, maybe you're looking for funding for advertisement, maybe you're a credit repair business owner, you just want to take your stuff to the next level. So we got 0% interest business credit card. So this is for newer business owners. So pretty much same requirements, except no 2-year LLC requirement. So 700 credit score, no negatives. And the good thing y'all got to realize too is that we have the ability to help you apply multiple times because you can have multiple LLCs. So that's why if you come to us and you're like, okay, I want 0% interest business credit cards, I'm trying to get 100,000, 150,000, you know, we're able to pull the strings to make sure that you get what you need. So you just got to have that minimum 700 credit score, no negatives, no late payments, no collections, no charge-offs, no nothing, right? If you have negatives on your credit, fix your credit first, right? So it could be a new LLC, like I said, it could be less than 2 years. And then same thing, 2 to 3 personal credit cards, open and in good standing. So same thing I said earlier about like the Barclays, maybe Federal, Alliant Credit Union, etc. No specific limit, just understand it's going to be comparable credit. All right, so remember, if you're watching this, if you happen to be someone that's watching this and your credit score is like starts with 6 or lower, delayed does not mean denied. Go ahead and watch my YouTube playlist called DIY Credit University. I got so many great gems there that will help you actually be able to fix your credit and you'll be able to, you know, tap in with us and graduate. Or book a consultation with us and pay us to help you do it if you want to see if you qualify to work with us. We are not cheap. So just keep that in mind. So cheap people, like I don't like working with cheap people. So we don't do business with cheap people. So if you know you're cheap, I don't want to do business with you. Just keep that in mind. Just understand that. So book a consult and then you know you can pay us to help you do it. If you're someone that like a business owner that understands the importance of investing in yourself, you know, we can help you fix your credit. I like working with business owners because y'all understand the importance of investing in yourself, right? Just the average consumer that doesn't know nothing about business or doesn't know nothing about like taking risks and making investments, they just want to pay $20 to fix their credit and go get a $60,000 car. Life don't work like that. You know what I'm saying? So, or you can fix it yourself, right? So keep that in mind. Also, if your credit is looking super crazy, we're most likely not going to take you on. So we take people on now. You know, we've been in the industry for like 3 years now, over 3 years now. We take people that have just a couple negative items. So if you got like more than 10 negative items per bureau, we're probably not going to take you, just being fully transparent. You know, I don't want to waste nobody's time. So just keep in mind, I mean, you could try and apply, but if you know your credit's looking crazy, you're just wasting your own time. All right, but if you do qualify, right? If you're who I was talking to today and you're ready to get your funding in as soon as the next 2 weeks to change your entire situation, go ahead and book a consultation below. I'm gonna leave that below, but go ahead and share this with a business owner that is looking for up to $250,000. We can get them right. You know, I'm gonna continue talking to my lenders and seeing what we can do to continue to get y'all the best funding. With that being said, make sure y'all like, comment, subscribe. Y'all have a blessed one.